Hey everyone, this is Nick. A really quick tip on how you can swap the order of your y-axis or your vertical axis on your chart so that you can create a really cool looking back-to-back column chart just like this. I'm going to escape out of my slide just so you can see how we do this here. Here's my demonstration slide. I actually just have two bar charts or two column charts. They're the same thing, 2D column charts right here. And I've left my axis values visible just so that you can see them. So you can see 0 to 100% on both of them. My blue chart is the one that I want to reverse. So if I wanted to do this and flip the chart upside down, essentially, all I need to do is click inside of that axis. I'm going to right click, Format Axis. The Format Axis menu pops up here, and under Axis Options, you see this little checkbox that says Values in Reverse Order. Go ahead and click it, and now that swaps the order of that axis so the bars actually sort of swap upside down. Very, very cool. I'm going to go ahead and just turn that axis white, the text on that axis white, so everything is there. You don't even know that the axis is still there, even though it is. And then I'm going to go ahead and just kind of reposition my labels here. What you could actually probably do is just move this down here and move this up here if you wanted nothing in the middle. Let's go ahead and look at how that looks. I think that's a pretty cool treatment. Now, the other way that I thought about doing this is actually putting my custom axis right here so that it's kind of sits in the middle of my charts. And if I wanted to do that, I would just move them up that way. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just nudge my chart down here. I'm going to actually, I'll keep that there. I'll just nudge my chart down with my down arrow. I think that looks pretty nice. And then I can nudge my chart up maybe with my up arrow. Perfect. And that looks pretty good. It looks like I want it to be just a little bit lower on the slide, so I'm going to shift and click everything to select it. There we go. Now I just have to kind of move my signs around a little bit, my labels, my before and after. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that, and I think that looks pretty nice. The sign number here, I'm going to nudge that over. There's some quick and dirty visual edits right there. Let's put it in slideshow mode and see how it looks. I think it looks really nice. A really cool, a slick looking back-to-back column chart, up and down, all with that little click of a button, that reverse axis order button on the Format Axis menu. Pretty cool. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and click the subscribe button and the bell next to it. You'll get notified every time I post a new video in data design. Hope you love this video, enjoyed making it for you, and I can't wait to see you next time.